Well, YouTube, this is, there you go, nice and far away for you. This is basically a test of the external mic again. It hasn't been working like I thought it had, so new phone. I thought it was working, but it still wasn't. So this is basically a test. I'll see after it is working. Whether I'll put this on YouTube or not, I don't know. But I've also had also lots of problems with this external mic. If you remember, I put an app on the old phone called Open Camera. Still didn't want to work properly, and it was all to do with the fact that it was this, not the C-type. So then I bought the C-type, plugged in the external mic, and I thought it was working, but it turns out no, it wasn't. Again, so what I've done is I've downloaded the app again, Open Camera it's called, and I think it's working. So the proof is in the pudding, as they say. I'll just have another look at this in a minute and see what's happening. But basically what I wanted to let you know as well is I'm settling nicely in my new home for the next 2 weeks. I had a bit of a spring clean today, get rid of the cobwebs and the leaves that were been blown in here over the course. Skylight was open, so the wet wasn't coming in, but things like the leaves and stuff were coming in, and of course insects were coming in. So I've sorted all that out. I had a really good night's sleep. My first, I'm on this now, my first good night's sleep probably, wow, since back in the summer. I bought that frame bed, if you remember, because the air mattresses weren't working out for me. I think I need to go back to an air mattress next year and just buy a really top quality one, spend a bit of money on it. I bought the frame bed, it's so small, it's just so narrow and everything. Like I said, I do get used to things, I did get used to it. But again, to do with my weight, it didn't last. It broke down the one side. I had to borrow a beer crate and some planks to put underneath it to wedge it back up again, and that still wasn't doing. Instead of buckling like that, it was buckling inwards. So it made for very uncomfortable sleeping the last few weeks. And to be honest, I've never been that comfortable since I've been using it. It's just nowhere to move. I mean, the bed here, I could make this into a massive double bed. I had with my wife Sally. We used to have, when we lived in England together, we had a nice caravan similar size to this, and the double bed, you could take lift those cushions up there and it would slide across, and we'd have a massive double bed. I'm not bothering with that. I'm just using down the one side here. The sofa's a single bed. I'm so comfortable. I'm used to almost like it's been sleeping on concrete, especially the last few weeks. And so nice and warm. To make it even more comfortable, a lot of blankets I haven't needed now because I'm not on that hard mattress, so I'm on the sofa, and so I put a lot of blankets and the duvet on top of that, and I've slept on top of those, which has made it even more comfortable. So I've had such a good night's sleep. Really, my first 24 hours in here. Great. And the weather's picked up, which is typical. It was one of the reasons I wanted to come here, because the weather was diabolical. Now today, yeah, it's looking a bit cloudy now, but still very pleasant. Yes, it's cold out there, but the tent was never cold. It's a double skin tent, so the cold was a bit of an issue sometimes, but not really in the tent, especially once I got under the blankets. So that wasn't the real problem. The problem was, I was saying, just general lack of space. Not being able to stand up like I'm standing up now, like I'm 6'2". The caravan here, not all the way through, but to here, it must be, 6'3", because I can just about stand up in it. With no shoes on. Obviously, I have shoes on, then wouldn't be happening. I'll put down a bit like that. But anyway, things are looking so much better. Like I said yesterday, things are on the up. Off to work tonight and tomorrow night. Then I've got the weekend off, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, before it all kicks off again. That's when I'm really going to start sorting things out. My little car, the seats will be flattened in it, make it into a van, a bit more storage room in there then, because a lot of stuff, my tent and all my stuff's going to have to be stored in there. Yeah, so that'll have to be sorted over the weekend. And again, the tent will have to come down. Hopefully, if it stays dry long enough, the tent will be coming down. I don't want to leave that to the last minute. I really don't. I need to sort that out. But like I say, not now. I'm working the next 2 nights, so I need to rest as well, and rest my bad leg, which I never told you about. But I've got quite a bad leg on the left side from years of working physically too hard. Really, I've hurt my back a lot over the course of the years being a nurseryman, working with trees and stuff. A lot of physical hard work, especially from the back. Yeah. So yeah, I lived in Germany for a long time, and the fruit tree nursery I was working at there hadn't got the equipment that the old nursery was that I was working with in England. There was a lot more manual physical work, especially with planting and stuff. And again, me being me, always wanted to be the first one, always wanted to be the fastest, always wanted to be the best. And the last 20 years really I've started to pay the price for it. Probably longer than that actually. Yeah, 20. Ooh, do you know what? Pushing 30 years ago I was told by a doctor in Germany to stop doing physical work because one day I wouldn't get out of bed again. Here I am, still going. But I'm not doing physical work so much anymore. I say I'm a healthcare assistant, which is more using the old noggin rather than brute force, which nowadays not a lot there. Never did have a lot anyway. But yeah, so that's things. That's the way things are going. That's the way things are looking. Really loving being where I am now, but still cannot wait to get back home to the Philippines. Yeah, looking forward to that now. As we're talking, just starting to rain now. There you go. Yep, starting to pour down. So there you go. Yeah, so I'm going to be having another cup of coffee in a minute. Sorting things out before I go to work tonight. I'll have a bit more sleep. I've got hours yet. I mean, it's not even 2 o'clock in the afternoon yet, and I don't leave here till. Don't start work till 9, but I like to be there way too early. I always am. Chat to the staff there, chat to the girls and that, and have a nice cup of coffee with them before I start work. So I like to be there way too early. I think they think I'm a bit crazy, but there you go. So I'll leave here at about 7:30, 7:45. So I'll be there for 8 o'clock basically. Then I have an hour to chill out there before I start work, and then the night shift starts, which is again isn't that hard. It really isn't. There's a lot of cleaning going on once the last few people have been assisted to their bedrooms. They can stay up as long as they want, obviously, but you know, normally by 11 o'clock they've normally gone, give or take, and it's just keeping an eye on them throughout the night, make sure everybody's okay, do the cleaning, do the laundry, keep the place looking nice and tidy, and in the mornings, as and when people want to get up, they're assisted with baths, showers, whatever it might be. So yeah, not a lot of physical work anymore in my life. Like I said, it's more, yeah, using your intelligence really, I suppose, and that sort of work. Patience, must have patience. Must have good attitude, good outlook on life. Always see the positives, and no matter what's going wrong in your personal life, don't bring that to work with you. Some people don't remember that bit. But there you go, yeah. Anyway, that's it for now. I'm going to switch the old gadget off, another cup of coffee, and I'm going to look at this now because I've been yakking on for a good 14 minutes I see now. So yeah, anyway, please like and subscribe, as I always say. Well, I don't always say, but I've been saying it more recently because people say, hey, don't forget to say that. So obviously I have. I will see you soon. Make another video. Whether this one comes out on YouTube or not, I don't know yet because I've wrapped it on a bit, haven't I? I might do a shorter version later. Who knows? Anyway, take care. See you soon. Bye for now.